seconds for me why I support Mike. He cast the U.S. Navy's vote against the Iraq War in 2002. He advised Rumsfeld in 2004 to get troops out of Afghanistan. He supports a no first use on nukes. He resigned when Donald Trump became president. He knew as an officer it was his duty to obey his commander-in-chief, and he knew that he could not. Now there's 1,000 other reasons, but Mike Franken has a different view of what constitutes national security. And my gosh, do we need that fresh, informed view. Amen.
Hi, my name is Paul Deaton from rural Solon, and I'm voting for Michael Franken for U.S. Senate, and let me tell you why. We Democrats have a steep hill to climb this November to win this seat from Chuck Grassley. Franken has got the experience in Iowa, in Washington, D.C., and almost 40 years in the United States Navy. He's the kind of candidate who can beat Chuck Grassley. So please join me on June 7th in voting for Michael Franken. Thank you.
Mike Franken cold called me one day in 2019. We talked, or rather he talked and I listened for 20 minutes. I was impressed by his depth and breadth of experience. He told me about his nearly 40 years in the Navy, serving around the globe, and then as an advisor to Senator Ted Kennedy and at the Pentagon, and finally of his decision to resign rather than to serve under Donald Trump. He talked about his modest beginnings in western Iowa and the hard work that enabled him to rise to the rank of 3-star admiral. Most importantly, he talked about his desire to continue serving to restore our country's faded image abroad and to create equal opportunities in employment, education, and healthcare here at home. The longer I know Mike, the more impressed I am with his integrity, knowledge, and commitment to serve Iowans and all Americans.
Let me tell you, one of the things we have in common is that we voluntarily chose to put on the uniform of the United States military. And that can mean a whole lot of things to a whole lot of people. But as I did my homework and began to realize who this person is, not only as an Iowan and as a family member, as a husband and a father, and as a son and brother of, 9 children? 9 children in his family? Not mine. Not his family. He grew up in a family of 9, in a working class family. And after serving the country 36 years and traveling the world, he chose to come back and give back to Iowa again. Not only once as a United States Senate candidate, but 2 times. And any of us who have ever done anything similar to that at all know what that means, to make that decision twice. You would first maybe question his acumen, but if you sit down and talk to him, you realize this is who we need in the United States Senate for Iowa right now. This is... What I would say to you is, this is an incredible opportunity for us, with our help, our work, our networking, our outreach, your homework, to go out and find out more about who he is. This is an opportunity for us to return heart to the United States Senate from the heartland in the form of Mike Franken, our next United States Senator. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege.
Hi, this is Brenda from Des Moines, Iowa, and I would just like to encourage everyone to vote on June 7th for Admiral Franken. He is the candidate most qualified. He is also the candidate that can actually send Senator Grassley home. We need to have more Democrats in the Senate to save our babies. We need Admiral Franken, who will do something about gun safety. It is terrible that Chuck Grassley, after the shooting, still voted against doing something about background checks. Admiral Franken knows there's no one simple answer to protecting our children, but he is familiar with firearms. He knows we have the Second Amendment, but he can do something sensible. So please vote for Admiral Franken on June 7th, and let's send Senator Grassley back to Iowa.
So I'm a lifelong Iowan, and I know that nostalgia is not necessarily good, but I am nostalgic for the state of Iowa that I grew up in, where we knew that everyone had a part in the democracy and the running of the state and the living in the state, and that's gone. And our water is rotten. There are so many things that just don't reflect the Iowa that I want to live in. Mike was raised in Iowa. He understands these things too. And when I look at all of the assignments, all of the jobs that he was given in the Navy, and I just think that shows not just his abilities, but his capabilities of being able to take a task and run with it and do fantastic work with it. So I'm down for Mike all the time, and I just think he would be a true statesman and not just a senator.
I am a progressive Bernie person, Bernie Sanders, and my big thing is single payer, for medical. I believe that everybody has a right to for free health access, and he is supporting that. Admiral Franken is, and I really love that because I agree that Admiral Franken is the best candidate to beat Grassley, and boy, it would be fun to watch those two in a debate. He'd probably eat them up, but yeah, we really need to get him in there, and we need to do something with the Senate because we can't get anything done the way it is. And I got to listen to him talk. He came to one of our county meetings, Democratic county meetings, via Zoom, because we're just on Zoom, and I loved what he had to say. So that's why I want to, help out and see what I can do to help, especially since there's nobody around here yet that has committed. So I will. And let's get this turned around before we lose our democracy. And I think he's the best candidate to do that.
Here, the woman of the hour.
Everything you know. Great work.
That was awesome last night. Yes. This is Jackie. This is her husband, Mark. This is a video we're recording for the volunteers, for the Vote Hub. Yeah, so I was just going around and taping people in their natural environment, habitats. Yeah, everyone's
Oh, okay. All right, great. Thank you.
And I also contacted them finally. Like, yeah.
Get it.
Thank you. And Team Franken is out here in blues and yellows. We're so happy to be here.
We look like we're being sent home for bad behavior.
See, there's the auditor's office down there, and we have to stay away.
300 feet.
Yes, 300 paces.
I asked you 3 times. Sorry, I asked you 3 times how long we're gonna be here because I was trying to get my Hey, look at these great shirts.
Say cheese, everybody. Cheese. I'm gonna post this to the vote site or whatever for Toby.
Oh, sorry.
So.
Sorry.
Yes, I am. Woohoo! All right.
Hello, I'm Nancy Bobo from Des Moines. I'm excited to be down here today, early voting, to vote for Mike, the best candidate to ever come out of the state of Iowa. Go Franken!
Yes.
I'm Carl Schumann. I live in Beaver Dale, and I am voting for Michael Franken for Senate because he's got a spine that Grassley doesn't have. And we need somebody in Washington that has a spine stand up to Trump and all the other Trump toadies.
That's awesome, Carl. Thank you. Does anybody else want to give a thing for Toby? All right.
You can do that too.
Just say something to him.
Yes.
I'm never early for anything, but today I am here to vote early for Mike Franken and the future of our country because I have 5 grandkids I love more than anything on earth.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Oh, tell him.
Yes.
Why did I pick Mike?
Yes.
Because I've met this gentleman in person and he's such a genuine individual and he truly, truly cares not only about our country, but about our state. He understands that to change the whole country, we have to start locally, right here in Iowa, and boy, do we need change here. And Mike Franken is the guy who is gonna bring it to us. Yeah!
I'm down here today to vote early for Mike Franken because I think Chuck Grassley is a very poor representative of Iowa. He doesn't represent Iowa. Chuck Grassley represents Mitch McConnell.
Guys, I'll give you a thumbs up.
I think it's time Iowa has a senator who represents Iowa values, and that is Mike Franken.
Thank you. You want a t-shirt? Or? Yeah.
Got one more vote.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
You want to make a business clip about Mike? You want to say something while you're recording? There, comes in, you guys.
Awesome. You want a shirt? If you want to take it for later, that's fine too.
Sure.
If you want to just tell me why you support Mike, I would love to hear it.
Well, I support Mike because Mike is mature, Mike is caring, Mike understands international politics and national politics, and Mike is not Chuck.
Yes.
And Chuck understands none of that anymore and has not for decades.
Awesome, thank you.
The mic is not Chuck. No, I don't.
Yes. Okay, all right.
Oh, I will take it.
Oh, yes. All right, so we're here with Julie Widoff.
My sign.
Yes.
Tom Leffler and I were just standing across the street, and a fellow was walking just for exercise, and he said, "I'm going to vote for Franken." And we said, "Are you on your way to the election office?" And he said, "I can do it today." And we said, "Yeah." And he said, "All right." And off he went.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, do you want me to just do a regular why I'm voting for Franken?
Yeah, sure. Let me stop and. and I'm finishing shirt production, so Wyatt can take us up north and give more shirts to our lovely supporters.
Ballots pour in across the Franken met with Iowans on Sunday.
We can do that again.
Hoping to sway undecided voters.
We will prove to Iowa.
Amanda Rooker, KCCI 8.
Hi, I'm Paula Moore from beautiful Van Buren County.
And I'm Tom O'Donnell, also from beautiful Van Buren County. Hi to all my friends there, all my friends in Polk County and Story County too. We support Michael Franken for U.S. Senate, and I support him because he really understands what rural Iowans need, and he'll stand up for them in the U.S. Senate.
I support Mike because he's smart, articulate, and he's the right person for our day and age.
Go Mike!
Go Mike!